Okay, here we are. And honestly, I think I should stop messing around with between game stuff. Okay, so we are in this game again. In the bottom right corner, bottom left corner, we have Carnage in the red. His opponent's in the blue. In the top right is Morley. So yeah, both players starting sort of similar to how they were before. I think Carnage is slightly ahead now in terms of the mech factory, although that doesn't make too much of a difference because they're close enough, I believe. Actually, Morley might be slightly ahead. Oh, that's because Morley has two drones building this. So he started a little later, but he had twice the speed. While on the other hand, Carnage has been a little slower. Okay. What else do we have here? Yeah, so Morley's scout is going in this circle again, so I believe it's set on some kind of four-way patrol path. Maybe it's four? I think it's 4 points. I think it goes like this, sort of like that. Second air factory. Wow, Carnage is working on 2 at a time. Honestly, once again, I think with someone with his APM, I'm surprised he's not building the first one and then building a second one right next to it. Using 2 harvesters at a time instead of 1 on each. Okay, it looks like our second mech factory is on the way for Morley now. This is going to get scouted here. Bullfrog has arrived. This is basically the Bullfrog that would have arrived in the game before this. I think the only significant difference so far is that Carnage has started work on the second air factory. The second Merc is on the field. They are going to try to focus down the Bullfrog. Bullfrog almost killing a harvester, but failing. Looks like our... Nope. Okay, Merc is on the field looking to kill... Ooh, killed the scout. So, how are we doing now? Okay, second silo is done now for Morley. Second one was done for a bit for Carnage. Yeah, I think Carnage is slightly ahead. 4 mercs for Morley. This is interesting. He hasn't built anything besides these mercs for a bit. Wonder if he has anything planned up. Because on the other hand, Carnage, yeah, third silo. Carnage definitely seems to be a bit ahead with 1 mech factory and 2 air factories. Looks like he's going to move in for some harass with the 3 fighters that he already has on the field. Okay. They're flying a really weird path. But yeah, they are going to approach from this side. Meanwhile, we do have movement here. A couple of mercs are coming in. Not too much from Carnage to defend here. I actually know there is going to be 4 fighters and 3 mercs. Actually, that could be enough to defend this. Okay, looks like on the other hand, is there any defense against this, or are these fighters just going to get a bunch of free drones? 2 drones are dead. Third has been evacuated. Third is about to fall, it seems. On the other hand, Merc is going to kill 1 fighter. So it looks like 3 drones are dead so far. 4 maybe? I don't know. Yeah, okay, let's see. Yeah, meanwhile, oh wow, Morley lost a lot of forces here trying to fight Carnage over here. That's interesting. I expected him to trade a little bit better than that, actually. But yeah, definitely does look like fighters are very strong in this game. It looks like Morley is working on an air factory of his own to deal with that. On the other hand, he's behind in air, definitely. Not just because there's already 2 air factories on the field for Carnage, but the thing is, Carnage already has a decent force of air on the field. Morley is going to be trying to catch up with a single air factory against Carnage's 2 air factories plus existing forces. On the other hand, Morley does have superior ground forces, and mercs are at least decent versus air. The thing is, they're not quite as mobile. The reason air is just good is because it's really mobile. It's really fast. They're gonna oh gosh, they're gonna focus down the drone before it can finish the factory. Ouch. Okay, it looks like Morley's gonna immediately redirect some new drones to work on this. But yeah, that delayed the air factory. Also delayed mining time. That canceled a lot of mining time there. But the good thing is Morley didn't lose too much there, I guess. Okay. But yeah, he did lose some time on this factory. Did lose a couple... Oh, wait. He lost a lot more drones than I thought he did. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drones on the field left for Morley. Meanwhile, Carnage is pretty much has all his old drones still alive. Even has a couple mining ore now. So, looks like he could be going for bombers now, it seems, perhaps. But yeah, this is definitely not looking good for Morley. 7 harvesters. Okay, he has a few more now. He's built a couple more. But yeah, at this point, I'm wondering if he should be building a resource silo, if he should be building another command center to start pumping out new drones. Just finally about to finish this air factory there. But yeah, now Carnage has a new force of fighters on the field again. He might be planning to go on another raid. Because certainly, if he can get a raid to do what the last one did, he'd basically end the game right there. And it looks like he's moving in, sorta. This could be game ending depending on how he approaches this. If he runs into Morley's forces head on, this could be bad for him. On the other hand, I think he's gonna end up dodging them, perhaps. Oh, okay. Gonna dodge most of that fight. Oh, new force of mooks forcing these fighters back. Oh, okay, fighters not able to go from this route, not able to enter from this route. On the other hand, Morley has his own fighter moving in. It should be intercepted because there's a decent amount of... No, there's no... Where are the fighters? Okay, there's one over here. Tech lab on the way. Morley is going to spot this. Not much he can do about it right now, though. Second command center on the way now. Surprised it wasn't placed a little closer to the resources. That would save Morley from building. Oh, the fighters, they might be able to intercept. They might be able to kill this drone. Are they gonna spot? Are they gonna cancel the? Oh, there's 3 of them. Okay, they killed one, but that wasn't enough to cancel the building. But yeah, I definitely say Carnage is in the lead here. Tech lab just finishing there. Very close to being done. And once he has that, he can get unit upgrades. He can get higher tech. Because if he gets heavy tech, then he could start building battleships or something. I mean, statistically, those are very strong units. They're just not as fast as fighters. Then again, he can't build peregrines because they're not allowed right now. Because they were just buffed. Like, they were given a massive, massive buff. So they might be possibly broken. So, looks like these fighters are moving in from the south of Morley's base. They're just gonna move up straight here. Might pick off a couple more harvesters. These mooks are no longer in position to defend against this kind of attack. They're over here now. What happened to the other mooks? 2 of them are very well damaged, and they're heading for Carnage's base. Not sure what they'll accomplish. Looks like the fighters tried to focus down the air factory. That's not gonna work. The mooks are gonna come back and pick off a couple of them. Honestly, I think Carnage should have just went for harvesters. He should have went for a couple drone pickoffs. Instead, he's just gonna lose most of these fighters, not really accomplishing anything. Okay, yeah, those 2 mooks are dead now. But yeah, Carnage definitely has the superior force here because he has a couple silencers. He has a couple bullfrogs and mooks and a bunch of fighters. And also, he does have tech. I haven't seen him do anything with the tech yet. There aren't any teched units on the field yet, surprisingly. And he is starting to mine a lot for more. I'm kind of wondering, he might be producing something big. Like maybe he researched heavy tech and now he's working on battleships, because battleships are very strong. Statistically, they have ridiculous amounts of health, ridiculous amounts of DPS, demolishers too. Oh, he decided to work on an ion cannon instead. Honestly, I'm not as sure about ion cannons. They have slightly less health than battleships, but I believe their DPS is low. On the other hand, I'm not exactly sure how they do their damage. I think they do some sort of AoE. I'm very unsure on the role of these units, so I'm curious to see how this goes. Okay, fighter here scouting around. It is going to spot this. Oh, okay. Looks like harpies are on the field, or are those bombers? I can't tell. I think those are bombers. Well, we could see when they attack. Then we'll know what they are. Okay, we have gladiators on the field now for Carnage. And ion cannons. Yeah, I still don't know what their attack method is. It's like not an obvious projectile. It's just these giant rays of white. And I think they're doing AoE to everything caught in that projectile. Which is pretty crazy. Although, so far they haven't been attacking very accurately. But now... one of them is dead. That's certain. The second one is still alive. But I feel like battleships are more effective because I still haven't... I'm still not... Because I keep on seeing ion cannons shooting the randomest directions. And so I'm not exactly sure how they work. But from a purely statistical perspective, I feel like battleships are superior units to them. So, and the reason I keep on knocking on gladiators is because I feel statistically I feel like they're statistically weaker than demolishers, definitely. Oh, there's some demolishers. These are good. And at the same time, I don't know how well they really compete against mercs and bullfrogs. I feel like mercs and bullfrogs are more cost-effective. The only advantage they really have is unit supply. But I guess with the population cap at 100, which is slightly glitched though, I think, right now, I guess there's a theoretical justification for gladiators, I guess. But yeah, the gladiator health pool compared to the demolisher or battleship health pool isn't that impressive in my opinion. And their speed is the same as demolishers. So I feel like demolishers are just better. I feel like if you have the mech factories open, you might as well just build mercs or bullfrogs out of them. Oh wow, look at that damage. Look at that damage. Oh! What is actually like, whenever the ion cannons shoot, I still don't know exactly what's happening. But there was significant damage done, but I feel like it was more from the demolishers than it was from the ion cannons, but I could be wrong. Okay. So, yeah, I'm really curious to see how these ion cannons actually fare, because looking at their unit description, I noticed that the DPS marked is like 13 or something like that. I assume it's because they have like some kind of crazy AoE or something. Whoa! Yeah, but whenever they shoot, it's just this giant... but yeah, I feel like even when it looks like they're hitting the units, it doesn't seem like they're doing much damage compared to the demolishers. But yeah, well, that's happening. I mean, it certainly looks scary. It's definitely imposing. Just staring at that, you're like, oh my god, what is that thing? It looks like it's the end of the world, but I feel like the demolishers were getting... Actually, no, these are actually doing work, it seems. Yeah, okay, these are actually doing work. No, I don't... It's really questionable whether these are getting work done or whether it's just the other units. Because... Yeah, honestly, I don't know why Carnage isn't just building battleships at this point. Because, yeah, it's the same tech tree. And... Yeah, but Muli is going to surrender here. I mean, these might actually be effective, but the question, I don't know how effective they actually are, because it's so hard to tell what they're actually doing. And also their DPS number is literally like marked as 13 or something ridiculously low on the unit stats. So I'm just very confused as to what the ion cannon does and how it works, but whatever, Carnage won, so... Okay, so the next match is going to be, it's going to be Forgeable Sum versus Carnage, okay. I suppose that it's going to be this. Okay. Yeah, so this, I believe, is going to be the final match. I'm not sure if it's a best of 3 or not, or if it's just a best of 1 like the previous matches. Either way, though, this might be a very interesting match, because on one hand we have Forgeable Sum, who is the dev, basically the guy who created everything here, and on the other hand we have Carnage, who is a very mechanically skilled player. Okay, so this is going to be a best of 1 here. So whoever wins this game wins the entire tournament. So let's see. Let's see if everyone's ready here. This might be a very interesting match.